styles, genders, all of it. And we need to be generalists. We need to find commonplace. We need to be generic too. We need to promote our commonality. We need to focus on the genericism and the alikeness that we have. The special interest uniqueness of us all, it's all taken care of. People have policies to protect every special interest and diversity group there is. Nobody anywhere goes without that nowadays because it can't not exist. And if there was somebody, I'd like to know who it is, because they'd be coming out of the dark ages like Encino Man waking up from their caveman thing in the bomb shelter into modern day. Nobody like that exists. So take advantage of all our special interest things when we can get favor and get in to institutions and work and all of it. Use it. If you're First Nations and they're hiring one out of every so many people, go get that job because you're part of the diversity policy. But let's stop crying about it and let's stop shaking our own flag. We need to quiet down a bit here about all of it and focus on the genericism, the alikeness, the commonalities. Because if we don't, there's going to be another war in 10 days, another riot, and it could escalate to the end of all ends. Like, that's how bad it is out there. And that's what I saw in this whole George thing. As a business consultant, I want to give you 3 pieces of advice. I guess the first one is sit down. Okay? Quit standing up for what your rights are when you're already getting them. Quit waving your flag, okay? Number 2, shut up, okay? Zip it. Quiet down, listen, be a good listener, be a good friend, be neighborly, dwell with your friends, and in accordance with your people you don't get along, be kind to others. And thirdly, quit yelling. Quit yelling at everybody and getting up in a cause that's ending up in hate and spite. We don't need it anymore. As a business consultant, I'm giving you those 3 pieces of advice as I close off. And I'm saying to you, take up your saber. I used to have a jacket that said saber on it, and it was an old highly selective herbicide for crop food sustainability. And it had a nice, easy mode of operation in it. There was another one called Torch. This one was more selective, and it was a kinder, safer kind of product on the crop, but it killed the weeds dead, and it was called Saber. And I love that jacket. It was an old gray jacket, had a button-up collar when I needed to keep the wind out and all that. And, the saber means your sword. And I've talked to you in a spiritual sense. Those that understand spiritual things, in the book of Ephesians, there's putting on the full armor of God to protect yourself in the spiritual realm against evil things. And the saber is with you. You take up your saber, that sword of the Spirit. So in the end here, as I close off, may the force be with you with your saber. Keep the dark side out. And let the light come on in, right into that heart. Amen, and be blessed, and go with that, with more, and we'll see you soon. I've got a couple more videos coming up here on Connections Consulting to close off this series. And we're moving into another round of things probably within this next month, I hope. And a little bit on our adventure arm as well. So we will endure with you in the promise here on planet Earth as we go forward and go forth in the market economy. And go with that, Bernie May, Connections Consulting, 403-519-3495. Thanks all. Have a good night.